Being an Australian, I don't get to see snow all that often. That being the case, frozen water has become somewhat of an exciting prospect for me, one that I got to experience recently. Me and a bunch of other people, some friends, some not, went to a mountain in Victoria to give skiing or snowboarding a go. Personally, I chose snowboarding. Why? Because it means I got to do this. So a lot of things happened on the mountain, as you'd expect, but the most worthwhile thing to speak of happened on the second day. To tell this story, I'll have to explain the skiing and snowboarding difficulty ratings. You've got your green circle for your beginners, your blue square for your intermediates, your black diamond for experienced people, and double black diamond for people who feel like cheating death. And just to put this in perspective, some names for double black diamonds were Pump House Drop, Gotcha, and Beware Cliffs. Don't they just sound like the kind of runs you want to give your best shot at? Anyway, on this particular day, I was with one of my friends who had picked up snowboarding quite fast. The weather was pretty windy and it was kind of difficult to see far ahead due to the fog. We went from a narrow run down into the middle of another run and came down to our hut at the bottom of the second run. We couldn't see any way out from where we were except for a chairlift, so we figured it must have led up to the top of the run, or maybe the village area. There goes where we came out onto this run. Huh. There goes the top of this run. How high does this chairlift go? Oh no. So it turns out we'd headed up onto this part of the mountain called Heavenly Valley, and the first sign we saw up in Heavenly read, Challenge, double black diamond. The second sign we saw read, Challenge, double black diamond. The third was a little better, black diamond. Eventually we found a blue square run, hiding off in the distance. My mate was confident enough to go down at a decent pace. I was not. After a bit of time, we made it back down to the bottom of the run where the hut from earlier was. Except this time we came in from a different angle and saw another run on the other side of the hut that we hadn't seen before. Another run that led down to a chairlift back up to the village area. Looking back on it, that experience was pretty fun, although in the moment I was more than a little bit terrified. I only ended up staying on blue runs until the end of the trip, but my mate made it all the way to double black diamonds, and I actually succeeded. And while I may not have made it to the toughest runs, I did achieve something on that trip. I perfected the art of this.